Your boy Mo Brown.
It's your boy Van Deezy.
We are the Upstate New York Knicks fans. Welcome to the Upstate New York Knicks podcast, where we give you the Knicks take north of Westchester. We are located live from the 315
Hughes.
Court in here in Syracuse, New York. However, we was both born in Brooklyn, New York. But you could take us out to the city. But the garden is in my heart forever.
And never and ever.
Forever. Also want to take the time to let you guys know this podcast is produced by Smooth Family Entertainment.
That's us.
SFE. Check us out on Twitter at Smooth Family ENT. Also be sure to follow the pod, Upstate_Knicks, on pretty much everything. And then follow both of us personally on everything too, Twitter, Instagram, at MoBreezy213, at Frostman Guru.
That's me.
This week, this wasn't that hard of a week.
Oh, it was a 3-1 week.
It was a good week.
3-1.
Except for RJ. Everything about
I ain't want to say it, but you said it, so.
Everything else about the week
was phenomenal.
Except
for Rowan Barrett.
Except for Rowan Barrett Jr. And we'll get into it.
Oh, we will.
But yeah, lots happened since we spoke last. Trade deadline, things we did and didn't do.
The wildest trade deadline in recent memory.
We added the Knicks legend.
Knicks legend.
Future name in the rafters. Josh Hart, number 3. We're going to talk about that deal a little bit. Jalen Brunson has just decided that the league can't guard him.
Not even a little bit.
I think it was the All Star snub.
It has to be.
I think that's when it started.
It has to be.
Because he is super him. Like, he was him earlier, but now it's...
Oh, no. He has disdain.
Yeah.
Be very aware that he knows. He knows of the people y'all put in over him.
Legit.
And he's letting y'all know they are bums.
They are bums. They are 9 games under 500. Come on.
And every point guard, every point guard that has been played by Jalen Brunson post All-Star snub has gotten absolute chips. And that is just unfortunate. But not for us, for them.
It's great for us. This is beautiful for them. But yeah, no, as always, we're gonna break them down game by game. We played the Magic, the Sixers, the Jazz, and the Nets this week.
Sure did.
Good week.
It was a good week.
I got nothing bad to say. Even the loss. Like, we lost, but like, that's JoJo.
That is.
That's gonna happen.
We was a JoJo Embiid away from a 4-0 week.
Legit. Like, there's some players that once they get going, it's just GG's, and he got going.
He did.
It was GG.
He's good at sport.
Like, I couldn't even get mad at him.
He's very good at sport.
I was like looking at Sims. That's the other thing too. We're gonna talk about it. But we just kept putting him on the island. It's just like, you can't leave him one-on-one with Joel Embiid.
That's true.
It's just
I don't understand the we gonna talk about it.
It's like,
we're
why?
not even. All right, let's start it up. We can't even start talking about JoJo. He's the next game. Start it up. All right,
so Orlando, up and coming. So we played the Magic first. What was that? Tuesday?
It was Tuesday or Wednesday.
I don't remember what day it was. But
it wasn't a record day because we won.
This is true. We are not good for that. But yeah, we beat them 102-98. Quick look at the box score. Jalen hemmed it up. 25.
Because he's him.
Because he's him. Give us solid 25. Team high plus 13. 25 on 13 shots too. That's absurd.
Because he's good at sport.
Really good at sport. This game was scary because Orlando's on the cusp. Orlando and OKC are 2 teams that 5 years from now, I don't know.
All right.
But you saw it in this game.
So I'm going to be real with y'all.
Let's hear it.
I like Paolo Banchero, man. I like this kid, man. I see a young Melo in him. I'm sorry. He got moves. He got moves.
And he didn't back down.
He did it.
Julius called him, like, they went at it.
Yeah.
I respect that.
He was hooping. He had 16, 8, and 5. He didn't shoot great, but you see it. You see it with him. He definitely deserved to be the number 1 overall pick.
No doubt.
But they're not competing right now, so we needed to win this game, and we did.
And we did.
Good Julius game, 22, 14, and 6.
Yep.
Jalen Brunson, of course, 25-5. This was his modest game of the week.
This is this is the crazy part. This was the modest.
This is the modest game of the week. We had Rowan with 15-2-3. Not a great shooting night for Rowan. This was probably his best game of the week.
The sad thing is, it's true.
Emmanuel quickly with 18-3-4 off the bench. This was the game pre-trade deadline, so I was glad that we won this game. Little did I know I would need more. Little did I know I would need more.
Yes. Things to go our way.
Yeah, I did things that I like this game. I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing I really didn't like about it besides the fact at the end when we decided that we were gonna let this young team
hang around.
I
want to say they had the lead going into the fourth.
They did,
and then we took it like right away, and we just didn't put them away. Right?
Yeah, they was cooking up.
Yeah.
They was cooking up.
Yep.
They had no business being in the game, and but we're the Knicks, so because we're the Knicks, right? And we do this great things that when we want to sell, we're gonna sell. Like that's what we're gonna do.
It's our thing.
Like it was nasty work.
It's our specialty.
It is our specialty. But the game was close, whole game. We was going back and forth. I mean, Jalen was being him.
Yep.
He was being him all over the place.
We shouted out Paolo. I want to shout out Markelle Fultz. Young man.
Backstory, my man.
Young man. I was not familiar with his game.
He hooping now.
I really wasn't. Yeah,
he hooping now. He found a good spot. It's crazy because they went and they signed Markelle, right?
Okay.
Then they drafted Cole Anthony. Shout out Cole Anthony, Holly Perry Country Day School. It's my guy. And then they drafted Jalen Suggs. So they got 3 point guards on the three top 10 picks, by the way. I mean, well, I don't think Cole was 18th, but they got 3 first-round picks at the point guard position, and Markelle is the best option out of all of them, even though he can't shoot.
Crafty.
Yeah.
This was a home game for us too.
Oh yeah, that was my next point.
This was, I didn't know Orlando was like
Knicks, Florida. Knicks, Florida. Okay. I didn't know we was repping that hard in Orlando.
I didn't either. We was in Orlando. I went to a game.
That's a fact.
If I knew it was like this, it was real. I want to say there was MVP chance. Like they was giving it up for Brunson. But yeah, no, those storylines, we closed it out. This is a game where I had to give Tibbs his flowers. We made a lot of choices down the stretch.
Oh yeah, I did give Tibbs his flowers this game too.
I disagreed with pretty much every single one of them.
All of them. I thought this was the best. I thought this was the best coach game Tibbs ever coached.
Yeah.
Like
As a Knicks coach.
I was like, wow, you are making choices, and they are working.
And they are working.
And I didn't agree with a lot of them at all. Like he kept RJ in the game, and RJ was being a bum.
Bum juicing it.
He was being a bum, and Quentin was playing rather decently. And it was kind of like the same thing. Remember when he benched RJ, and RJ was getting his rhythm in, and Quentin was getting his rhythm in, and he benched Quentin immediately and put RJ in the game.
Yep.
And we held force, and that was a choice.
That was a choice.
And it was a good one.
It worked out. It played, I want to say we went with, is this one of these games we went with Sims over Hart down the stretch. Another choice. Paid off.
That was a choice.
Sims was hooping, got some big offensive boards. The other thing that's what I wanted to shout out. We made our free throws. That don't happen a lot.
Oh, that doesn't happen often at all.
At all. But Jalen Brunson came to the line, what was it, up 2? Yeah, up 1, and then we was able to get up 3. And Tibbs learned that when you're winning by 3 points and you foul them, they can only get 2. They are trapped. They cannot get any more points than 3. And this was good to see so close to the Clippers game. Where we absolutely blew that.
Blew it.
Just totally blew it. I think we had a foul to give too.
Yep, blew it.
Extra nasty.
Just blew it.
But Tibbs made good coaching decisions, so I'm
gonna give him this. You gotta give him. I'm gonna be critical when he
deserve it.
Bullshit,
just most of the time.
I said it in the chat. I was like, "This is the best coach game I ever seen Tibbs coach."
Yes.
Now you're gonna lie. He was just choicing it all down the stretch. I was like, "Okay, kid."
And they was working. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm comfortable moving to Philly. Anything we missed?
We did not. Let's move on to the JoJo Bowl.
The JoJo Bowl.
So let's start this off by saying JoJo is him.
Yes.
JoJo is him.
I think he's the best player in the NBA. Yeah. And I think there's a little space between him and Giannis. Yeah.
I don't think it's that much space. I'm gonna be real with you because Giannis is him. Like Giannis just had like a stretch where he was going 40 and 20 for like 6 straight games, and I was like, "Yo, this is ridiculous." Like,
this is true.
I will give you this: JoJo is definitely like more skilled than Giannis. Mm-hmm. Like he's definitely like better at basketball, the sport, than Giannis. But Giannis has like all the intangibles. Mm-hmm. That makes up that ground. And I agree. JoJo's the best player in the game. Like, he's just better at everyone. I think it's him, Giannis. I think it's him 1, Giannis 2, and then the field. Like, that's what I think it is. That's
fair.
I think fair. Jason Tatum is 3rd, but he's like, he's further away.
If Embiid is a 100, I probably have Giannis at like 96, and then I got Tatum at like 93, KD at 91. LeBron 90, like everybody else is in that range.
I would have probably Giannis at like 98, and then but then I would definitely have Tatum at like 92.
I think if Embiid was on Milwaukee, it would be much better. Their team is built so that you really can't double Giannis. Like if you double him, wide open shooter. But the Sixers are playing PJ Tucker 27 minutes.
You know what's crazy about Giannis is that Giannis is so smart. Like he plays with extremely high IQ, and his head is always up.
His head is up.
He just understands. Like he works synonymously with his front office, and I guess JoJo and Daryl Morey are kind of getting into the groove that when you have a generational talent like that, you probably want to get mad shooters around them.
This is smart.
So Giannis just understands like it makes sense. Like it just makes too much sense for him. I can score 40. I've literally watched him. Like I don't know if he went to the LeBron James school of reading the game, because that's what LeBron used to do when he was young. He do the same thing Giannis do. When Giannis decide, all right,
I'm going.
I'm just scoring 40 tonight. Like that is the choice. Yeah. That is the choice. But he also makes choices like I'm just gonna chill for the first half.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna cook. Like the year they won, he was chilling the whole season.
Yeah. Playoffs game.
Yeah, and then he started cooking.
Started getting right.
But yes, so JoJo cooked us. Yeah, because he's the best player in the sport.
Really good at basketball.
We were winning. Oh man, we play them so well. Yeah. But then when he turns up, it's over.
So this was the game where why did RJ miss? RJ didn't play, right?
No, RJ played this game.
RJ played this game. Copy. Yeah. Bummed it up, too. Give me a second.
He absolutely played this game.
Give me a second. So I'm trying to think what was the big storylines that stood out to me. So I feel like James Harden and Jalen Brunson both felt like they shouldn't, they should have been in the All Star game, and they both were playing like it. The day before, they had retired Jalen Brunson's jersey at Villanova.
Yes.
Shout out to him, well deserved. None but love. But
also, not to cut you off. Oh, also the day before we acquired
Josh Hart.
Him.
We did acquire the best player in the league. We acquired
the best blue guy in the league. We acquired
full-on superstar, but it wasn't official yet.
Yes.
So they couldn't play him. And Jalen Brunson, I think he had 30 this game, but I think he had 22, 21 in the first quarter.
Yeah, he was
cooking
James Harden.
It was so that's the thing about the all ISO offense is it's not good. I'm gonna be clear. It's just not.
It's the reason why he had 21 in the first and 9 in the second half.
Because when it's going good, boy, it's going good. But when it is not, it looks really bad. And this was going good game. Mad love to that. Bum J Barrett.
Bum J. He had 19, but that's not the story. The story is the fact that he was being a bum in the first half. The entire first half, he was being a bum.
And
he turned it on in the second half.
Yes.
Thank goodness. But godly, that first half was atrocious.
It was very bum J.
Extremely bum J.
Yes. I'll give James Harden. James Harden did have a good game. He was getting cooked, but he was facilitating. He had like 10 assists?
Yeah, 12 assists.
12 assists, yeah.
Like he had like 10 in the first, though. Like,
yeah.
Let's be very clear. He had 10 in the first quarter, two in the rest. That is because of one man and one man only. The San Quentin Penitentiary. Jail for James Harden. Oh my God, I was talking about it the whole day. I was like, oh man, this man is putting this man in jail. Jail.
I love to see it. Tyrese Maxey had a good game. I'll give him his flowers. Oh, he had 27. Damn.
Bro.
That's a really good game.
Tyrese Maxey could not miss.
Yeah. He got hot.
And I love playing Philly because it's really the Tyrese Maxey versus Emmanuel Quickley show.
Yes.
And usually
they both perform.
They both play extremely well.
Yes.
We didn't get a great quick game.
No. Not this game. And honestly, if you look at our team, we're not built to, so I say this all the time, we need 2 out of the 3. But now it's all changed because Josh is here. But like Randall and Brunson and one other person. Somebody else has to get going, and no one else really got going. RJ really didn't, was taking a lot of bad shots. Quickly really couldn't. Just didn't get in the rhythm. I don't really put nothing on him.
This is when he missed a dime to Obi?
Yeah. RJ.
No. That was the next game. That was the Jazz game.
Yes,
but,
we won.
Yeah, but it was ridiculous. We'll talk more about that in the Rowan Report, obviously. But it was a good Julius game, good Jalen game. They both put up 30 burgers.
Yep. JoJo was him.
JoJo just hemmed it up. 14 for 18 from the field, bro.
35.
Like, come on. And it was so calm.
Like a calm
no
35.
threes. That is all 2-pointers. Like, just cooking us.
Back to basket, post up. Y'all either going to foul me or I'm getting 2 points. And we either fouled him or he got 2 points. And he's different. He's different because on the defensive end, he was altering everything. But like to have somebody that good on both sides of the ball, it's just drastic. It's like you notice it. I want to say, what was his plus minus?
7. He only had a plus minus of 7.
Yeah, shockingly. It didn't feel like that. It felt like when he was off, we had a shot, and when he was on, especially in the fourth quarter,
we had no shot. We played them so well into the fourth, bro. Yeah. We played them so well into the fourth.
And then he checked in.
And then it was time. and then JoJo decided that he was him, and then he hemmed up the game, bro.
And he hemmed up the game. And I'll give him his flowers. Good as sport. I don't want to play the Sixers in the playoffs. However, I will say if Mitch is here, I'm not going to just count it as an L. If Mitch was playing.
I think it's a competitive series with Mitch playing. I think it's
a competitive series with Mitch playing. And I like my chances as a Knicks fan because, we usually get punched out in these situations.
I like my chances better because outside of JoJo, you have to stop Tyrese Maxey and them just raining threes on us. Like if we could stop playing drop coverage or at least play a better version of 3-point defense because this is Steph Curry's NBA.
I don't understand the drop coverage.
Because that's how we're going to lose to them. They have shooters around JoJo. They just don't have the Giannis level shooters.
Yeah. They got like Minivan.
Yeah. Shake Milton, D'Anthony, all the Meltons and Miltons.
Both the Miltons, actually. And super nasty. PJ Tucker's supposed to be a shooter. Tobias Harris supposed to be a shooter.
Get that man a bag at 38.
Nasty
work.
It's
nasty work.
But yeah, no, they got us. What's the season series? Season series 2-2, right?
Yep.
We tied it up. So we're not going to catch them. The tiebreaker won't matter. But if we see them in the playoffs, I'm not terrified. I'm not, absolutely ducking smoke. But, they're a good team.
They are a good team.
Embiid is going to get hold out of the MVP again. I know it's coming. It's terrible, but
he might if he catch Boston, he might get it.
He should get it.
If he catch Boston, they might give it to him.
if you take they're third in the East.
He's averaging 34.
34 and like 12.
He is a center.
And he's like a legit defensive player of the year candidate. Like he's really
averaging 34 points.
But
not with 1-3 a game. He's just out there getting buckets, chips.
I don't know if they're gonna give it to him. We'll see. But yeah, 34, 10, 4.
It's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. He's first in the league as a big, and well deserved. 1.6 blocks. Good at sport.
Yeah,
really good at sport. Yeah.
All right, let's move on because this made me sad. This one made me less sad. We played the Utah Jazz, aka All Lowry, the All Lowry Bowl. Larry Markkinen. Now, no longer future All-Star Larry Markkinen. Current and present All-Star Larry Markkinen. All-Star starter Larry Markkinen, by the way. He's starting in Zion's spot.
Wow.
Yeah, that's some mid. I'm not.
I love that for him. Pretty soon
he's gonna get a bag.
Oh, he's gonna get a bag.
He's gonna get a bag.
Pretty soon they're gonna start saying Cleveland lost that trade. It's coming.
I mean, the brother is averaging 25. He's averaging 25.
The brother is good at sport. What can I say? But no, this game, I feel like Julius Randle got up for it. Like Julius Randle took the challenge of Lauri Markkinen, and I think Julius lost. Julius was hooping. Don't get me wrong. Boy had 31. Yeah, 31 plus minus plus 4. Solid. He wasn't the problem.
He shot 12 for 26 though.
Down the stretch, Lauri was giving him chips.
Mind you.
It was 1-on-1.
Mind you.
Allen.
Julius was winning the matchup.
Yes.
For about 2.5 quarters.
Yes.
And then Lauri Markkinen just decided at some point, I'm good too. Wait.
Like, this man can't guard me.
He literally made that decision too. He was like, "Wait a minute, I'm 7 feet and I'm limber."
Yes,
and I'm limber. I can get around him easily. He's only 6'9". He's only 6'9", and he just started hitting him with mad moves. It was kind of nasty. I'm not even gonna lie. It was the moves that he was hitting him with. Like, I am a big proponent of big men with moves, and that brother Larry Markkinen got some moves.
He got some moves.
He got some moves.
Good.
He decided he was pulling them all out on Julius Randle, his fellow All-Star.
Another storyline of this game for me was Clarkson and Sexton. I want to say they had combined probably 40 points, all in the paint. They were just living in the paint. And
oh no, you missing out on Taylor Horton Siakam. Taylor Horton Siakam.
This is true. We had
who had 23 and 7 off the bench, and every single time he went to the paint, the brother was getting a call. I did not understand it.
I didn't know THT got calls like that. Like, I was unfamiliar with his game, but he really had the James Harden package where he was just getting fouled. And I'm like, son, we are not touching this man.
Why is this man not getting the max? That's exactly what I started saying.
For this level play, he deserves the max. But no, there was a point where, so let's be clear. Jalen Brunson was the best player on the court.
38 of them things.
38 on 22 shots. He was getting to the line, made his free throws, 5 dimes, 3 boards. Solid, very good game.
14 for 15 from the free throw line.
Like, he did everything you could ask of him. He was the best player on the court. So,
Hemming it up.
Sexton couldn't guard him. Clarkson couldn't guard him. They switched, too. There was a point where they switched, and it didn't matter.
It did not matter.
Brunson was like, okay, you'll get chips now. Like, okay, I don't care who I give these chips to. But it was unfortunate. This was a game where I missed Mitch. Like, I felt it. I felt it versus Philly, obviously, but like I said, it's JoJo. They don't have JoJo.
This is true.
There's nobody on, Utah that like puts fear in my heart, but they was just going to the paint, and I was like, dog, we gotta stop them. It was really frustrating on that end.
All right. So this this is the main storyline of this game.
Him.
We would be remiss.
Him.
We would be remiss.
He is here.
He is here.
We got him.
He is present.
We got him.
The very first game.
The ultimate glue guy.
Of our third option, Josh Hart.
This is him.
He's here. He's present.
He is ready.
He gave us
relive the Villanova glory.
Yes, he gave us the Knickerbockers.
The Knickerbockers.
The Knickerbockers are here. He gave us 11, 7, and 4.
Calm.
Four steals.
Four
steals
and 4 offensive boards. 4 offensive boards as a shooting guard is very good.
This is good as sport.
This is good as sport.
I'm gonna put on the record. It was I and my good friend Beggs that called it 5 minutes into the Josh Hart experience.
Okay.
I need him. 3 years, $45 million.
I mean, we're gonna be lucky if we get him at that now. He's hooping.
Yeah, we might have to pay him.
We might.
I might be with it. I'm sorry.
We might have to unload some contracts to make room.
So we gonna get into it after we finish the reviews.
Game recap. Yeah.
But
Josh Hart
is him.
He's a missing piece.
He is the glue guy. He is the glue guy every team needs.
But this team specifically
needed him.
He knows his role.
He literally came in and did everything I dreamed someone coming in doing, and that I wanted anyone on our team to just make the decision to do.
And he's doing it at a high level. Like, he's like, oh, I don't have no offensive responsibility. All I got to do is play defense. I'm locking you up. I'm going to get 4 steals. I'm running on the boards. I'm getting offensive. Like, I'm going to just do the other things at a really high level.
Yes.
And he's doing them at a high level. And you felt it here. We're going to get into the next game. We're going to talk about, because that's where he really shined versus Brooklyn. But, versus New Jersey, my fault. But this game, you saw it. You just saw it.
Yes.
Like, he came in and immediately was getting boards, got to the free throw line.
Because he's him.
And he knows his role, and he's doing it very good. And we needed that. I like Quentin. I love Quickly. I know how I feel about Quickly. But that man, he didn't sit in the fourth.
He didn't sit in the fourth.
He did not sit in the fourth.
Choices that Tom Thibodeau made, the choicer.
The choicer.
He made the choice that it was RJ Barrett and Josh Hart down the stretch on the wings that he wanted to finish the game and lock up Taylor Horton Tucker.
And it was the right call. We won.
We won the sport.
We got more points than they did.
More points than they did. Good call from Tom Thibodeau. But it only solidified that Tom Thibodeau is in love with Josh Hart. He has a man crush on him.
He does.
Let y'all know that right now.
Love him.
But be prepared, ladies and gentlemen, for 37 to 47 minutes of Josh Hart tonight. I want y'all to know that. Just prepare yourself. You think I've seen enough? I know Tom Thibodeau's seen enough.
Calm.
I know he's seen enough. He's a maniac.
Don't let nobody get hurt. Don't let RJ Grimes, because he will not come out the starting lineup. The second you let Tibbs put him in the starting lineup,
he's not coming out.
He's not coming out. He's not coming out. He's going to play 48 minutes at some point this season.
because Tibbs is going to be like, I just can't take him out.
I can't.
I won't.
I just can't. I need this intangibles on both ends. And he really brought it.
So Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, which as we know, Josh Hart is Jalen Brunson's guy, and Jalen Brunson just made the decision that I'm just cooking now that Josh Hart is here and my guy is here.
And boy, did he ever.
Jeez. And as we transition into the next game, as you said, boy, did he ever.
Oh, man.
We move to the Garden. Over 500 at home, finally.
Wow. Wow.
There are so many streaks that were broken. So, yes. Jalen Brunson. Jesus.
Him.
Brun's him.
Hemmed it up something crazy. 40 on 21 shots. And he missed 4 free throws.
He did.
So he could have had 44.
He was bricking them too.
Like, he easily could have had 44.
He could have easily had a career high. His career high is 44 right now. He could have easily had 45 points. I'm letting y'all know right now. I put it in the chat. I was reaching for the live bet for the 50 burger.
Yes.
He was that hot.
Only reason he didn't get 50 is because Josh Hart starting hemming it up.
Yes, they were having him off. It was like a game him off. And we've seen like Jalen and Julius have the him off during the game, and that's always good to watch.
Yes.
But the Jalen Josh him off was just greatness. I loved it. I did not go to Villanova, but wow. We are the Knickerbockers.
We are the Knickerbockers.
So we literally, all right.
We got the best parts of Philly.
So
everything good Philly has to offer plays for the New York Knicks.
Yes, I love it.
In the backcourt.
So I will be remiss once again to say this game was particularly important because I'm calling this the streak buster game.
Yeah.
We broke so many streaks.
So many.
I'm going to run through a couple of them.
List them out.
All right, here we go. Streak number 1. We finally beat Ben Simmons.
We had never beaten that man.
Not once. Since
career.
He decided to play professional sport, we have never beaten Ben Simmons. We have finally beaten Ben Simmons.
He is defeated.
Finally. And now he's a bum.
Yeah, we had to wait until he was a bum to get him. But we got him.
We got him. I don't care.
We got him.
We got Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Finally, that's over. Second streak. We have finally beaten the New Jersey Nets after 3 years of losing. We have lost 9 straight games prior to today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought it was at like 14.
Yeah,
because that's how long ago.
When they said 9, I was like
9. I was like, I feel like you cheated us a couple.
Calm, because we played them 4 times a year, and I feel like we haven't beaten them since the Kyrie, KD era.
I feel like we haven't beaten them since the pandemic.
Yeah,
legit. I feel like the last time we beat them was before the pandemic.
Yes, and
started.
Apparently, it wasn't. It was only 9
games ago, which is nuts to me.
Yes,
we might have caught them like one time in April, like with the Kadeem Allen lineup.
Yes. Nasty.
So we broke the streak against the New Jersey Nets.
Yes.
So that's great.
Yep.
Besides the fact we finally beat Spencer Dinwiddie.
Oh yeah.
We had never beat
Dallas
Spencer
was
Dinwiddie.
smoking us up.
Yes, we was.
Nasty. Really nasty work.
And more importantly, and maybe the most importantly, we have finally won a game since the Phoenix game on the Upstate Knicks record day.
It's an important streak, boss.
We have lost like 8 straight weeks of bad sport on Monday or Tuesday.
Yes. Whatever day we record, they
lose.
They recording tonight?
Yeah, we're going to lose. So we have been coming in here weekly depressed. Sometimes 3-1 weeks, sometimes 1-3 weeks, but always the loss on a Monday and Tuesday. So thank you.
Calm.
So let's talk.
So this game, to me, so I want to be on record. So I've been on record of saying this a while ago. I was saying this before he got snubbed for the All Star, but I really think Jalen Brunson is 3rd team All NBA. I really do. I'm standing by that. He's at least 3rd team All NBA.
He's at least the 3rd best point guard in basketball.
At least 3rd team All NBA.
He's at least the 6th best guard in the NBA. That's what you're saying.
That is what I'm saying. So this game, if y'all was watching it in the 4th quarter, like they were making a little run. Hart was keeping us in with like just energy, just like good basketball plays. He got to the rim, got an and 1 in a fast break. That's the other thing too. He finishes, boy. Josh Hart in transition finishes. Like he makes the layup. And you love to see that. But when Jalen Brunson checked back in the game, it was over. Yeah. It was like a super. It really felt like Joel Embiid came back on the court. The level of impact he had. He threw the alley-oop to Hart because they had to double him. Yeah. He was just running by Spencer Dinwiddie. He was just like, I'm gonna just go left.
You know, right now, my man Jalen is in a groove.
Yeah, he's in a groove.
He is smoking everybody in front of him. Everybody. I'm not gonna lie to you. He scraped 4 people tonight.
Yeah,
scraped.
Gave the
chips. Dorian Finney-Smith. I think he touched earth.
Chips.
He touched earth. He caught Joe Harris with the craziest crossover. Like everybody oohed, and I felt like the ooh wasn't enough for the move, and it got me a little tight. I'm not even gonna lie, because he hit him. He came down. He said, "Whoop." I was like, "Oh my god!"
That's where he went up with the left with a little teardrop. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like, yeah, you're good at sports.
Hemming it up.
you are good at sport.
Trimming it up because he finished it too.
Yeah, it was easy. It was easy. It looks like the game is coming to him.
Yes.
And I mean, he's on a tear, man. He's on a tear.
The eye test. Because I'm talking about the eye test. I'm not even going to talk about on paper how he had 40, 6 for 9 from 3, plus minus plus 23. Like, I'm not even talking about, I'm talking about eye test. Watching the game, Jalen Brunson looks like a superstar. Not a star, a superstar. It really looks like Luka Doncic, like Trae Young when he was in his prime, doing that. Whatever. Like, it feels like that because he gets the ball in his hand and you either have to double and he's giving it up to Julius or somebody, or he's getting 2 points. That's what's happening. He's getting to the free throw line to get the 2. He's going.
I think he hit a wall a little bit because the usage rate is up.
Yep.
But I think he caught his breath. I'm not gonna lie. The way he's looking right now is I would be hard pressed to argue with you about. Is he at least the sixth best guard in sport right now? At least, like no one is doing this right now.
Calm. But point I was making was Brooklyn, New Jersey. They don't have a superstar no more. They don't. And
they don't.
That's really tough for y'all. But let me be clear: you get no sympathy from me at all.
Continue to pay Ben Simmons.
Continue to pay Ben Simmons. Continue to pay Spencer Dinwiddie. Hope Cam Thomas is good enough to carry on.
They're not building around Cam Thomas. They put Cam Thomas on the bench. I'm not going to lie to you.
That was nasty.
No, New Jersey is ridiculous, bro.
Why did they do that?
Fire the GM. I'm sorry.
Why would you do that? Boy,
I don't understand how a brother puts up 40 points
twice.
Twice. Excuse me. Three times in a row. 47. 44, 43, and you look at this brother and go,
20 minutes.
I'm good. I'm going
to give you 20
minutes.
You
literally traded half the farm, and I thought, like, if anybody's going to stay in the starting lineup, it's Cam Thomas and Nick Claxton. And Nick Claxton stayed in the starting lineup because he's the big man. He's the only person that could guard anybody. But they put 3 small forwards, and they put 2 power forwards and a small forward, and they were starting lineup.
Yes.
And so they got they now are emulating the infamous Toronto
all power forward
lineup
plus point guard
Nasty. They really are because Dorian Finney-Smith played power forward, Cam Johnson played power forward, McCall played power forward, and Nicky Claxton is technically a power forward.
Yeah, calm.
And Spencer Dinwiddie. So that was nasty. I didn't think they should have did that to Cam Thomas, but you're New Jersey and you make poor decisions. So
poor decisions.
This is what happens when you decide to gentrify Flatbush.
Yes. So Randall didn't have the best game. Plus minus plus 14. I'll give him his flowers, but his plus minus is really that he played at the same time as Jalen Brunson.
Yep.
That's really all it was. 18 points on 17 shots, 1 for 6 from 3, 10 boards. I'm not gonna belittle that. 10 boards, 4 assists. Had a block. Yeah, like he did enough to not hold Brunson back. And I'm gonna talk about it in the Rowan Report because somebody else was trying to hold Brunson back. And I'm glad that Tibbs took them out. We'll talk about it in the Rowan Report.
He was being a bum.
But this is the game. So now we're gonna talk about it and we could just segue right into it. But we closed the second game in a row with Josh Hart.
Because he's him.
Because he is him.
Because he's him.
So he's here.
Yes.
He's here now.
And he's not going anywhere.
He's not. So, honestly, down the stretch, I don't know what the lineup is going to be, but I can tell you that Brunson, Randall, and Hart are in that lineup.
Yes.
In that line. Yeah. I can't wait till Mitch returns. It's going to be
So, I put on the table. I put on the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tibbs won't give it to me. I know he won't because he hates me.
Because
he knows that. Personally. He knows, me personally. He personally hates Guru.
Mm-hmm.
I need in my life, at the very minimum, 12 minutes a game of the IQ, Grimes, Hart, Randall, Mitch lineup.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yes. I promise you we will clamp. It will be so nasty. Yes. That is arms. I'm letting you know. First of all, that's arms.
Just mad left. Mad wingspan.
That's mad arms. Julius being the worst defender on that lineup is a plus for everybody else on the lineup, because all you got to do is make sure the ball does not go to Julius's side. And Julius is capable enough that if the ball gets to his side, then I will take the 40%, the 60-40% chance every time. Every time. Yeah. They would literally have to seek that out, and I don't think that's possible, because I think Josh Hart, a.k.a. Josh Rivas, is out here literally
hemming it up,
and not letting nothing happen.
Yes.
I need Josh Hart in Quentin's ear at all times.
Yes.
He is literally, oh, man.
If Hart is able to give Quentin the keys, the tools.
I don't need the keys. Give him the tools.
Give him the tools. Let him know.
And we can get Quentin Hart.
We already got San Quentin.
You feel me? Jail is already here. Like that's the problem. Like, that's what I love about Quentin.
So I need the playoffs to come.
That's what I love about Quentin. And that's what I need Quentin to get better at too. Like, the jail is here. I am completely satisfied with the jail.
The defensive end.
Yeah, the defensive end, I'm completely satisfied.
Yes.
Sometimes he make poor decisions. He's a sophomore. I'm okay with that. In year 3, Quentin, year 4, Quentin, that's not happening.
Yes. He's gonna learn.
I need
under Josh Hart.
Yes.
So we good. But yeah, no, we said it in the chat. Josh Hart makes untouchable Q. Like, now it's like,
yeah.
Now, because he can do. He's an upgrade from.
No, he's Q in 3 years. Like, he's like Q in 3 years.
Yes, he's an advanced version. Absolutely.
I saw it and I was like Josh, his jump shot is not as good as it looks. Like, this is, I think is like
hot. He's hot.
I think he's hot, and I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that, like, literally, like, everything that Quentin Grimes does well, Josh Hart does at an advanced level.
Yes,
and I love that for us.
Love it for us. I really like us down the stretch, because we won Hart, Grimes, and Quick. They all 3 of them could guard 1 to 3 very well.
Yes.
So, like, they can switch everything on the perimeter.
Oh, man.
And
you better have a big. You better have a big. And he better not be a center.
And you better hope Mitch is hurt.
Yes.
Because if Mitch is present,
and he better be JoJo.
I don't know. Because defense wins. Let's be clear. Defense wins. And if we're going, we have a really good defensive lineup. Like, we only gave up 106. 106 in Steph Curry's NBA. That's defense.
That's defense.
And Mitch wasn't playing.
He wasn't.
And they was getting to the paint. Annoyingly. But now I'll give y'all some more stats. So, like I said, plus 23 Jalen, plus 25 Josh Hart. Team high. Oh, no. Team high was Hart. The other Hart. Plus 29. Team high.
Oh, give my man Isaiah Hart not his flowers.
Yeah, he's his flowers. He was hooping.
He's here. He's hooping. He might be here.
He caught the alley.
I'm not going to lie. He's hooping.
He's solid.
14 boards.
Yes. He's getting boards. He's getting better in his role, and you like to see that. Like, he's grown since, like, when Mitch went down, the player who replaced him is not the same Isaiah Hartenstein.
He was being a bum.
He was being a bum. Honestly, I wanted to trade him.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. He's getting the ball a little bit more. He's touching the rock.
Yep.
I sort of down to Josh Hart, the heart-to-heart connection, iHeartRadio. I loved it. I loved it.
Calm.
I think, and I said this in the beginning of the season. Like, I was ready to trade not Josh Hart. Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yes.
When it was at the trade deadline, but
me too.
The things that I see in his game, like, we could use that. Put him in the post and let the brother die. But he don't got no. I mean, he got post moves, but he's hustling. He playing. He's doing the hustle thing. He's doing the dirty things.
Yep.
He's getting the boards. He's banging down there with the bigs.
Yep.
Just do your role.
He's playing hard. He's playing hard. Honestly, as Knicks fans, we said this on the podcast a bunch of times. If you play hard and bad consistently, we'll rock with you. If we see you playing hard, because we know at some point you're gonna get it. You're a professional athlete. Like,
yes,
you're gonna get it together.
You have to.
But that hard work, that effort, we noticed that, and he has that. And even when he was bumming it, like, the energy level, he was doing real stupid things.
Yeah.
But, like, you see it comes around because he's working hard and he's understanding his role a little more. He's like, okay, I don't have to be Mitch. You know, I just have to protect the paint, get some boards, box out, Julius is going to help me on the boards. Hart is going to help me on the boards. Quickly is going to help me on the boards. I just got to box out the tallest person. And, my stats might not show it, but I'm going to get mine. And he's getting his. And I love to see it. This was a complete game. So we won this game by 18. They put the backups in. Like, we got I thought we was going to get some Derrick Rose minutes.
We didn't.
I was shocked. But, like, Deuce got in. Evan Fournier got in. Like this, we really emptied the bench. They did too. We punched them up.
They got cooked.
There's no way for me to honestly evaluate the game without telling the truth. And the truth is they got cooked. They had no answer for Jalen Brunson.
No answer whatsoever.
At all.
This is not what they do. They did not do that well. We cooked them.
All. And
Spencer Dinwiddie, he had a good game, but he was the only one. Yeah. Ben Simmons, 12 minutes.
And Spencer's game was only good on one end of the court.
Yes, he was getting chips.
He's getting chips.
He was getting all the chips,
Large
too.
recipient of chips. Man.
He probably accounted for 38 of the 40.
Legit.
For the 41 chips.
He was
getting cooked.
Just getting cooked.
Getting cooked.
I love to see it.
I loved it, too.
But, yeah.
Let's move on.
So that was the week. So we're fresh off the Brooklyn game. That was like 2 hours ago, like real time.
Yep.
So we fresh. So yeah, a couple things we want to talk about. So honestly, let's get on record. So I think that Hart is in the like closing out game. If we're closing out a game, we need it. I think Hart is there. Quickly has been, stealing those minutes because it was RJ, Julius, and Brunson. That was the, lock. And then depending on, what was going on, maybe Quickly, maybe Grimes, like, you would figure it out, those other minutes. But Hart is there now. Hart is present. And honestly, RJ got to fight with the rest of them. And so I have a bias. Obviously, I'm going to say RJ.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie to y'all on this podcast and say I don't want my favorite player on because he's been bumming it, but not in the fourth. In the fourth quarter, he's been very serviceable. Very serviceable. So I still want him closing out games. But do we close with Hart and RJ? Do we close with Hart and Grimes? Hart and IQ? Like, I don't know. But for my final five, me as Maurice Brown, I'm going Brunson at the 1, Hart at the 2, RJ at the 3, Julius, and then Mitch. But if it's not Mitch, whoever's playing better out of Hart or Sims that night, they both go back and forth. But I think that's what we close it out with. And it hurts because Quickly's probably, on paper, he's one of our best defenders. And he can give you something on both ends. But what he gives on the offensive end, I don't need it because Jalen Brunson is him. So I don't really need much playmaking. I just need folks who can catch and shoot. And RJ has proven he could do that. But no, what about you? What's your final five looking like?
So
down the stretch.
I mean, I agree to a certain extent. Like, I think that Josh Hart was brought here to be a high IQ player. Mm-hmm. And I think you got to play high IQ players down the stretch.
Full stop.
Yes, I think Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson are our best players, so you have to play them down the stretch.
Yep.
So the question becomes, do you play Mitch? Do you play to be fair, like Tibbs is a maniac, and I think y'all need to be very cognizant of that. Yeah. And I think that is something that is just not being stated at all because I think Tibbs is just going to do wacky shit.
Yes.
Like all the time. And that's just how he's going to operate. And we're just going to have to deal with that.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
So like what makes sense to me, right?
Yeah.
Is that you put in whoever's hot down the stretch at the 2 guard.
Yeah.
Or like you at the other wing position basically. Yeah. Because Josh Hart could play the 2 or the 3.
Or the 3, yep.
And then you play Mitch at the 5, or you play Hartenstein at the 5. Yeah. I don't think you play Sims down the 5 and down the stretch at all, honestly. Like, I love Sims, and I think that sometimes he makes great decisions down the stretch. Mm-hmm. But, like, it's certain things like when we playing JoJo for the most part, and like when we playing Giannis, like there's gonna be times where they're gonna actively seek out Sims. Like the smart sportsers, like the smart basketball players, the smart basketball teams are gonna look at 5 players on the floor and recognize Jericho Sims is on the floor, and then they're gonna take their chances there most of the times. And if you pump Jericho, he's gonna jump. Like that's his like that's my only problem with Jericho Sims is that he is mad jumpy. Like all you got to do is pump him, pump. Oh, I'm in the air already. I'm in the air. And now I gotta foul this. Now I gotta foul this professional basketball player who literally faked me out so I could jump high.
Tough.
And that's bad. That's bad work. So I would go either Mitch or Hartenstein at the 5. And I think that Hartenstein being durable, like I think when Mitch comes back, like Tibbs is gonna make that decision sometimes to not play Mitch down the stretch and play Hartenstein down the stretch.
Yeah. He's done it.
Yeah, he's done it before. Yeah, like that's not something that's completely out of character from him. So I would say Mitch. And I would say whatever guard is going at the 2. Like, I love Quentin. Everybody knows I love Quentin. Like, I am not completely opposed to starting Josh Hart and putting Quentin on the bench. Like, I'm not opposed to that at all.
That's inevitable.
Like, I'm not opposed to that at all.
I think it's a matter of time. I really do.
I also think it is a matter of time, but I could also make the argument like
he should stay on the
bench.
You
could stay. Like, he's literally him and Quick.
Yeah.
They got something going. They got something going.
Yeah.
And knowing Tibbs, like he might not want to mess that up. Like he kept Emmanuel quickly on the bench.
He did
for 3 years because he loved him as a bench player.
Yes.
So
that's fair. That's real fair.
So I would say definitely closing lineup. You go Jalen, obviously.
Your 3 best players.
Yeah, your 3 best players. And whoever's hot down the stretch. I will take RJ. I will take Quentin Grimes. I will take Emmanuel quickly. I think every single one of them are capable of defending at a high level, even though RJ wants to be a bum. Like, but he's definitely capable. He's definitely capable. I only call him a bum because he's pissing me off because he's being a bum. Like,
he is
like stop being a bum.
It's true.
It's the same thing I had with Julius. Stop being mid. Like, is this my RJ stop being mid rant? Like, stop being fucking mid, bro.
Be some mid.
Like, he's capable. I know Quickly's capable. I know Quentin's capable. I know Josh Hart's capable. I am comfortable. We got 4 wings that are very capable of clamping. I will take that.
Yeah.
So
100%.
And Mitch. So I'm taking those 5. Give me whoever's hot down the stretch. I think all 3 of them have to prove that.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's a good 5. I feel like we got to talk about the trade deadline. With so many things that was supposed to happen, that didn't happen, that stuff did happen. We could talk around the league, but I want to talk about us first. So honestly, there's 2 things I want to know your take of. One, how'd you feel about the Zach LaVine rumors that just added stress to our situation?
So they wanted to give me a heart attack.
They just wanted to give Guru a heart attack.
So you know when I saw that, I immediately started spazzing, right? I immediately started spazzing.
The proposed trade was out of control.
What is the obsession with Zach LaVine? Y'all have to tell me. Y'all have to explain to me. Tell me, put it in the comments, put it anywhere. I will find the content. Let me know do y'all see in Zach LaVine that I don't see. Legit. I see a low efficiency, high volume shooter.
Yeah.
I already have 3 of those.
I don't need more.
I don't need more. I have 3 of them. And I am perfectly fine with having just 3. I don't need 4. I don't need 4. I already played way too much ISO offense. I don't need to add Zach LaVine to the mix at $45 million a year for somebody that has been to the playoffs 1 time. No.
He got 1 All-Star game, right?
I think he has 2 All-Star games and 1 playoff appearance.
Nasty.
You know who has 2 All-Star games and 1 playoff appearance? Julius Randle. I already have one of those, and he's cheaper.
Yeah.
I'm good on Zach LaVine.
Yes.
So that was only to just raise my temperature up.
Legit.
Didn't love it.
I think they purposely put that into the air to stress us out. So got that. So we did add the best player in the league, obviously. Added Josh Hart.
Yes. Us.
So we traded
Him.
Cam Reddish, my guy, defensive player of the year candidate.
My guy, Cam Reddish, bro.
I love you, Cam. I got nothing but good things to say
Wishing
about
you
Cam.
success, King.
Calm.
Wishing you success.
He said he feels free. He said that in the interview. They asked him. They asked him about his time. I kind of felt the way, but yes, we traded Cam Reddish, Ryan,
Archie,
and then Svi, and a protected first round pick, lottery protected first round pick for Josh Hart. So when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is a great deal."
I thought it was a great deal.
I thought it was a great deal. I was like, "Oh, fleece."
Yes.
We won.
We literally traded the back end of our bench
for a guy that's gonna play.
Yes.
I didn't know this was Josh Hart. Because I've been watching the league.
He still was gonna play though. Like it's not like you traded for somebody. You traded a protective first. You literally traded a protective first for Cam Reddish to not play him.
Yes. 100%.
I was like, you're not gonna not play. You're not gonna do this again. You're not gonna do this again. It doesn't make sense.
Calm. And we basically traded 4 players that would not play for 1 player that would play. And just that alone, fleece. Literally,
I take that fleece.
The end of our bench. We didn't have to give up no rotation players, and we added one of our best players. We added our third option, apparently, because he's the goods, went alongside Jalen Brunson. But, some folks on Twitter didn't feel that way. OG Anunoby was another name that was being looked at.
Toronto did not get rid of the full power forward lineup. Wow.
They added
more power forwards.
They said, we're bringing you back. They brought the Podol.
Yeah, Jakob
Podol from San Antonio. Brought him back. But yeah, we didn't trade for OG. We did not trade Obi Toppin at all. We didn't trade for Grayson Allen like rumored.
Goodness.
Serge Ibaka, it wasn't really rumored.
He's still on the buyout market.
I just was hopeful.
Serge is still on the buyout market. I would not mind picking up Serge Ibaka
at all. I would love that. Actually, that'd be great for me. But yeah, no. What's your takeaways from the trade deadline?
Trade deadline was crazy. We didn't do too much. We did do. We fleeced. We fleeced. But around the league, as you know,
chaos.
Your man, Snake-Eyed Guru.
He called it. He
called the KD trade on air Monday.
He knew.
It was like I knew it. I should have put the over on the Suns. I knew the trade was going to go down. They traded KD to the Suns.
Yes.
That was crazy.
The Nets blew it up.
They blew it up.
They
got
ripped the Band-Aid off.
They got good players. They did get mad power forwards. But no star, so they're bums again.
Yes.
That was great for me. I always wish New Jersey much unsuccess. Always.
Pain.
So I was glad to see that. There was other very.
Then Milwaukee added somebody.
Milwaukee added a couple people. The
5
Lakers got Bron help. Bron broke the scoring record. Shout out Bron.
Oh yeah.
They got him some help with D'Angelo.
Yep.
It's not gonna move the needle. They still gonna be some bums in the West.
Yeah. I think the Lakers experiment always hinges on Anthony Davis.
Yes.
I've said that always. His health is so paramount. When he's not playing, they are some bums. He's
playing now, but they still some bums.
Yes. But like they can compete. They can compete now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're, a 500 team or whatever with him. Without him, it's scary hours, as they could say. But yeah, no, I think the moves around the league overall helped us. So I think the Nets are about to free fall. I really do. I see that coming. I thought Miami was going to do more.
Yeah.
I thought Miami was going to do something. I heard Siakam was rumored there. I don't know what happened. Happy, though. Like, obviously.
Yeah, we don't need more people in Miami.
Cleveland didn't
James
get better.
Butler.
I'm trying to think if any team that I'm worried about got better. And not really.
Nope.
Just New Jersey got worse, and we got better. So that's the best trade down.
Yep.
Really.
That was the best case scenario for us. Nobody Nobody below us got significantly better.
Yeah.
And New Jersey got worse. So I feel like we control our own destiny, honestly. I think we gotta beat the bad teams, and we gotta play the good teams well.
Yes.
And try to have 500 the good teams. If we can 500 the good teams, that's the playoffs.
Yeah. I've never felt more confident, but I've always said, Milwaukee and Boston, they've just been in their own league. And then New Jersey was right behind them to me. That was the third team. New Jersey blew it up. So they're gone. Philly has comfortably taken that spot. Honestly, right now, I got Philly right in there. I got all three of them. It's pick 'em. Just, it depends on the night between Philly, Boston, and Milwaukee. Three teams we play pretty well, but I'll be honest, they're better than us. They just have better talent on the court. But then this next tier, I comfortably think we're right there with these guys. So the next tier to me is Cleveland, us, and Miami. That's the next tier. I think we're the best team of that group. Obviously, I have a bias. I'm a Knicks fan. But the fact that we're in that group, I feel comfortable saying that we're here, and below us is another tier below us where you got Atlanta, you got Chicago, you got Toronto to some extent. You got like the play-in teams that, are honestly, New Jersey. New Jersey is going to be right in this group.
Yep.
I think they free fall, but I do think they make the play-in. They just got a lot of talent on the roster. But I feel comfortable that we're in that tier 2. Like we are, and the trade deadline helped me with that. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. Got a lot of games to play. Going into the All Star break, one more before the All Star break, but feeling good, So, yeah.
3-1 week. I loved it. It was a great week.
And so I put it on the list because I got to talk about it. I talked about it a little bit, but I think Jalen Brunson has turned a corner.
Yes.
I think he's different now. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if Josh Hart's presence just adds 5 to all his attributes kind of deal. But Jalen Brunson is here.
He is present.
He's present. He's having the impact that I thought Donovan Mitchell could have on this team, that I think Joel Embiid would have. Like, he is drastically changing games in our favor. He's closing out. He's making free throws down the stretch. Like, we have a guy that we can give the ball up to and trust that idiocracy will not happen.
And you got to love it.
And you love it because I've seen Julius Randle dribble out the clock for no good reason. And I feel really good knowing that that's probably not going to happen in important games. But I'm making the case. I'm making the case here on air. I think Jalen Brunson is at least third team All-NBA this year.
You are saying he is
6. He's one of 6.
One of 6.
One of 6.
That's tough. I love it.
I don't know who
I don't disagree.
6 are, but
I don't disagree.
I'll add them up.
I don't disagree.
Yeah. The man is hooping.
So, yeah, I agree with you 100%. My man Jalen is hooping.
Mm-hmm. It seems like 30.
Yeah, I said like he may have hit a wall earlier, but like that man is really, really hitting his stride right now.
Yes. I'm gonna pull up his
everybody everybody in front of him.
Yeah.
Everybody in front of him is nobody out there that he doesn't feel like is better than him.
Yes.
That's in front of him.
That's hooping.
And I'm gonna say this too, like, we might have got the steal of the offseason, man. Like, we got you saying 13 All NBA, we got a 13 All NBA guard
for free.
For free, basically.
Free.
$25 million a year.
Didn't have to trade
27,
nobody.
$28 million a year.
Gave up no assets.
Gave up 4 years.
Kemba Walker and Alec Burks. Like, yeah, you give them up for this.
Yes.
You give them up in a heartbeat.
He is good at sport.
So I'm going to go backwards, starting at Brooklyn. So versus New Jersey, 40 points on 21 shots, 5 assists, 2 boards. Game before, Utah, 38, 5 assists, 3 boards on 22 shots. Game before, 30, 39 and 7 and a loss, but hooping. Game before, 25, 5 and 2, just great. Honestly, 25-5-2 is great. I'll take 25-5-2 anytime, and he got that with ease. 21 and a win versus Philly. 21-7-5 though. Another really good game. 41-7-5 versus Los Angeles in a game we should have won, but I won't go into it. But I could keep going. 37 versus LA. 26-29. Like, the boy is on a tear, and if he keeps this up, we got a really good chance to make some noise in the playoffs. And I'm gonna give him his flowers. Jalen,
Yes.
you hooping?
Hooping.
Yeah. Is it time?
Oh, you know it is time. It is time. It has to be time.
It is time for, this is the 13th, right? The 13th Rowan Report.
The Rowan Report.
It is my name is Mo Brown, and I am RJ Barrett's number one fan.
Number one.
I am his number one fan because I am closest to Canada. So I win. I've been watching RJ a lot. I watched most of the games at Duke. I've been watching them since, the U19 when they was hooping. Canada beat USA for once, and I was like, oh, this RJ Barrett dude is the one. However, this week was tough. This was there have been some tough weeks.
How tough was this week, though?
This week was really tough. This week was really tough because 12 quarters, 4 games, 16 quarters. Of the 16 quarters, 15 were horrible. 15 of the 16, math is hard for me. 13. It was 3 good quarters. 3 good total quarters, and it was all fourth quarters. It was the fourth quarter versus Orlando, fourth quarter versus Philly, and fourth quarter versus Utah. Where I was like, okay, you're not an absolute bum. But before these fourth quarters, he was an absolute bum juice. He's really bad. So I'm going to start Orlando. -9. -9 a game we won by 4. -9, 15 points on 16 shots, 3 assists, 2 boards, 3 for 8 from 3. I don't know why he's taking 8 3-pointers. I don't know who
Maniac
is giving him this shot selection. Rolling with it. Played bad most of the game, but for whatever reason, Tibbs, the whisperer, down the stretch, fourth quarter, he left him in, and it paid off. RJ made a couple big buckets. He made the little floater layup. He played good in the fourth. Down the stretch, he got some good things, and honestly saved him from being. He was so bad. Is lost is the word I would go with. Just like literally lost. Just like, dude, what are you watching? But nope, I'll move on. Next was 76ers, right?
ridiculous.
Another bad game. I'm pulling up the stats, y'all. Don't bully me. I know my boy wasn't playing that good. Leave me alone.
Blame him. Blame him.
I'm not gonna
Blame him.
I'm not gonna run away from it because I am still my guy's biggest fan. This was another bad game. So 19 points on 16 shots. Still bad. 3 for 5 from 3. That wasn't terrible. His shooting wasn't terrible. I still don't like him taking the shots. Like, he's just taking a lot of shots. 4 turnovers was terrible. They were really bad turnovers.
Terrible.
Just head down. I think one was a travel. Like, why? In today's NBA, what are you doing? Yeah, wasn't the best game. Another game where, like, he wasn't good, but in the fourth quarter, he went from, like, a bum to just a bad basketball player. Like, there was noticeable improvement in the fourth quarter of this game. This was another game versus Utah. Bad. Just a bad game. I won't say anything else. So, fouled out because he was hacking and whacking. So, as Walt Clyde Frazier would say, he was hacking and whacking. So he fouled out. He was hacking and whacking because he couldn't guard. Who was it? Jordan Clarkson? Who was Siakam. Taylor Horton Siakam giving RJ chips at will, too. It was so annoying.
Easy.
This is how he fouled out, actually, because Taylor Horton Siakam couldn't not get fouled. But I'll give y'all the line. 20 points, 15 shots, 6 boards, 3 assists. So this 2 for 6 from 3. I don't want him taking 6 3-pointers, but I get it. Wasn't the best game, but I actually don't think he was a net negative this game. So this is the one game where I was like, okay, I get it. Because a lot of the fouls he was fouling. So let's be clear. Teams are hunting RJ. Taylor Horton Tucker saw RJ guarding him, and he was like, oh, lick. It's time. It's time for me to get mine. Like, his eyes just lit up like Trae Young was guarding him. And I don't like that. That's not who you are, RJ. You are much better than that. However, that's what you were this day. That's what you were. And that's why you got 6 fouls. Because you could not stop him. The only way you could stop him was by fouling him. And that's what you did. And then this last game versus Brooklyn, this was probably I feel like I say this every week.
You do.
Like every week I say
you do.
This was his worst game of the year. But I really mean it. Every
it was
time.
This week specifically.
This game versus Brooklyn was terrible.
So bad.
It was so bad. Oh, yeah, the Utah game was where he just missed Obi. Obi was wide open under the paint for the alley. And it's Obi. You literally just throw it near the rim. He was going to catch it. But he just looked him off. It was bad basketball. I don't know why that happened. I don't know what RJ could have been looking at that moment. I have no good explanation for why he missed Obi. But that was the first time we saw Obi get upset, like visibly. And honestly, rightfully so. It's wide open under the basket. He's a finisher. Get the ball to him. But in the Brooklyn game, RJ was really bad. So 4 points on 8 shots, 0 for 3 from 3. So there was a point where he had like 12 minutes and nothing but fouls. He had no other style turnovers. He had no boards. He had no buckets. He finished the game with 4 points, 1 board, no assists, 5 fouls, and 3 turnovers. Okay, this was a terrible game. Did he play in the beginning of the fourth? I know whenever he came out, I think he came out at the beginning of the fourth, and he went to the locker room. It was like, GG, boy, get me out of here. And he was the right call, because he wasn't coming back in.
He wasn't.
He wasn't, because he was playing so bad. This was the worst game. Overall, I can't say this was his worst week, because I've seen him shoot 2 for 26. I've seen him have weeks where he just drags us down because he keeps shooting. And I feel like he's learned that, like, okay, I don't got it. Let's give it to this guy who's nice, Jalen Brunson. But I don't know why he's this bad on defense. Something happened. I really think something happened. I'm calling conspiracy. I think it's some Space Jam level. The Martians took his powers.
The secret stuff.
The secret stuff is gone, because I didn't realize he was this bad. But so it would have been an F. It would have been an F if it wasn't for the fourth quarter versus Orlando and the fourth quarter versus Utah. Where was it? Utah? No, not. Oh yeah, Utah. Where he fouled out, but he was playing good in the fourth. That saved him from being an F, so I'm going D-. The Brooklyn game was horrible. That was one of the worst basketball games I've seen. There were several times where RJ just looked lost. Like, he drove in the paint, and instead of going up for his little floater, he just looked lost. And he literally turned back around, got to the top of the key, and gave the ball away. I was like, dude, you're a finisher. That's your thing. You finish. Like, you go to the paint and finish, and he just didn't want to do that. Anytime you got more fouls than points, you're playing terrible. And he had more fouls than points. So yeah, I'm going to go D- this week. I think this is the lowest I've gone. I hope
it is
to not have to go lower than this. But he just looks lost. Yeah. So I'm going D-. About you. The Rowan Report.
All right. Y'all gonna make me do this. All right. RJ is a fucking bum. All right. We gotta talk about it. Yo, Rowan, I love you, bro. I swear I do. But you gotta straighten up, bro. What the hell are you doing out there? You gotta stop being a bum.
It's a conscious decision.
I'm praying for you to stop being a bum.
He's choosing
because
bum.
I don't want to slander you, but I have to because it is my obligation and duty as a content creator for the Upstate Knicks podcast to recognize bumness and literally objective. Yes. What are you doing? All right. So I have no idea what RJ Barrett is doing on the basketball court when he's playing sport.
Correct.
It literally pisses me off every time I see him do it. I don't understand how RJ is legit like the Julius thumbs down gesture away from being in front of Julius Randle. And that is crazy.
This is true.
That is a crazy fall from grace.
It is like the fans, the Knicks Twitter has turned.
Because what is he doing?
Yeah,
like this is
it up.
Like it's not even a. So it's not even the fact that I have no clue what RJ is doing when he is playing. When he's on the court, like he is consciously making very poor choices. Like I don't understand it at all. Like besides the fact that he literally did not see Obi and he was right in front of his face. Like I don't think he could have passed it.
Hoop.
Like the alley was like
bounce pass,
like
alley.
There was so many pass options. Lob, bounce pass. You could have crab dribbled him the ball, basically handed it to him in his hand. Obi was so open, it was ridiculous. Like that was ridiculous. That's one. Like besides the fact that he was been playing terrible. And you literally have to take the under on RJ first half. Like, get you some free money. Get you some free money. He had a Tony Snellian level first half of the New Jersey game of 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks, and 2 fouls.
Yes. 2 fouls. Yeah, 2 fouls. He was definitely getting his fouls in.
And that's crazy to me because the person that he was guarding was not someone that he should be getting.
It was not
these
Kawhi Leonard.
Fouls. Like I don't understand. So that just tells me that RJ's in his own head. He is. He has to be because he's playing like very terribly, and there's no sugarcoating that. He's gonna let Josh Hart come in and take over his third option spot. I've harped on this as long as I can. I don't think Julius Randle and RJ Barrett work as a tandem. They run the same version of the all ISO offense, and that's just not going to work with the better version of the all ISO offense, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Having 2 people running the same secondary version of that offense. So it's getting tough. I am not out on RJ yet. I will say that he is a bum. He's bumming it. Like he got to stop being a bum. Like, you got bum. He had a bum Simmons line, like legit.
Yeah.
In New Jersey, like they had the same amount of points, 4 points, 5 fouls. I think Ben Simmons had 4 points and like 2 rebounds. Like that's crazy.
Oh, that's not who.
And you don't want to be compared to Bum Simmons.
This is true.
Like it's ridiculous. Like RJ, I need you to straighten up, King. Yeah, and my rant is completed. Like, stop being fucking mid. Like, stop being some mid.
Don't do that.
Stop. When you see mid, once again,
go the other
way. Go the other way. Stop walking towards the mid.
Don't choose.
Stop walking. Because, RJ, you are legit walking towards the mid, King. Yeah. Like, stop doing it.
Conscious decision.
Pick your head up. Pick your head up when you dribble.
Pick your head up. If the shot is not falling, get to the rim. They're going to foul you. When you go in the rim, go up strong.
Rowan, you are not a good enough shooter to take 4 threes and think like, yo, the third 3 might hit or the fourth 3.
Yeah, you're not Buddy Hield.
After 2 misses, go to the rack.
Go to the rack.
Make smarter decisions.
You have a whole game. Like, you're not Danny Green. You're not
Joe
Harris. You're none of that. You shot 40% from three one time.
And now you Steph Curry. Like, I don't understand why you pulling so much. Stop pulling.
Stop it. You're
go to the rack. Pull the open shot. It's not even the fact that Rowan be bricking the open threes. It's the walk-in threes that be blowing my odds. I'd be like, there's a better option than that. You are literally giving them the option they want.
Why are you pulling up, taking threes? Honestly, that's what blows mine about RJ is his shot selection is so bad.
Terrible.
His field goal percentage, I don't know if it's a true judge of how good he is at scoring as much as it is just it's a clear indication that he's taking terrible shots. Terrible shots. Just like a good coach could realistically change his shooting percentage. I'm not even joking, but like 6%. Like, it could go up if he just only took smart threes. If he only took smart mid-range
jumpers. The crazy thing is that
he doesn't.
Him being with Jimmy Butler's coach is crazy to me because Jimmy Butler is not pulling like that. Like, he only pulls when he's wide open. Yes. Like, that's all.
Genius. Smart.
He got all-star games off that strategy. He said, I'm going to go to the rack. I'm going to go to the rack. I'm going to go to the rack. I'm going to go to the mid-range. Go to the mid-range. Put you in the post. Go to the mid-range. If I'm open for the three, I'll shoot the three. Yeah. If I got to make the three to win the game, I'll make that three.
Yes.
Like, and he got all-star appearances off that. Like, all you got to do is just be smart. Like, are you studying the Jimmy Butler tape? Like, you got to be studying that level of tape, bro. Like, this is because he's so capable, bro. And that's the most frustrating part. He has all the tools to do it. He has none of the IQ to do it. And it is like, my guy. At some point in time, like, that is the conversation that needs to be had about RJ Barrett. Is that RJ Barrett is just not having high IQ basketball moments on the basketball court when he's playing with other players. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, is that an effect of it could be coaching? But most of it is RJ. Like, you have to have a feel for the game. You have to have a feel. If Jalen Brunson has 20 first quarter points, you
give him the ball.
Not even you don't even have to, like, necessarily. Yes, you give him the ball, but if you have an attacking motion, like, you have to think Jalen Brunson has 20 points. Like, they're guarding him tight. I now have the lane open. Maybe if Jalen's side, there's two people over there. That means on the right side, I need to get over there. Yeah. Like, you have to think like that. Like, he's not thinking these things through. He's getting the ball. He's dribbling into traffic. There was one possession early in the game. The man, RJ, dribbled the ball for 24 seconds. I almost lost my mind. He made so many poor decisions. He tried to pass it to Julius. The ball came back to him. And then he shot a contested two-pointer. And I'm like, come on, King. What are you doing?
Just bad basketball.
Be smarter, RJ. I'm giving you an F. That was a bad week. That shit was ass. I'm sorry. That shit was so ass.
It's fair enough.
RJ, shame. Out for the game.
Play better. Let's be clear. I'm not jumping off the train. I'm not on the Trey RJ wagon. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just being objective. You're bumming it. Like, I still love you. I still think you have potential.
Stop being a bum.
To be honestly, if we make the playoffs, because I'm a Knicks fan, you know, anything can happen. We the Knicks. I'm hoping we make the playoffs. I think we're going to make the playoffs. If we make the playoffs, RJ Barrett is going to be a big part of that. Full stop.
I said first, second, third episode, RJ Barrett is the X factor. He's still
now more than
X
ever.
Factor.
Yeah. Honestly, now more than ever.
If he could get his IQ up and change his efficiency shots, he could still average 20 points a game.
Yeah.
He's just got to play within the flow of the game.
Yep. If RJ has a good game in the playoffs, we probably win. Full stop.
Yes.
Any game he has a good game. Like, if you're looking and you're like, oh, RJ's cooking up, that means that Jalen is probably also cooking up. Julius is probably also cooking up. And, like, because he's the X factor, like, we had a terrible game from him. He literally had 4 points and 5 fouls, and we won by 24. Like, we don't need him. He's a luxury at this point, and it's a great luxury to have. Like, he, you know, if he bums it, get him out, put Grimes in, but don't bum it. Just be nice. Like, he's like the Andrew Wiggins.
Yes,
like,
you're getting paid $100 million.
To be Andrew Wiggins. Like how Golden State, they got Steph, they got Clay, like Draymond, they got their guys. And then like if Wiggins gets going, it's like, oh, now they got this too.
Now Wiggins is cooking up.
Yeah.
And if Wiggins is cooking up, they're winning.
They're winning.
Wiggins cooked up, chip. But, legit. He clamped Tatum and he cooked Tatum. Yeah. That's legit happening. We saw that. We saw both those things happen. He legit said, Jason Tatum, you are in jail. And he was.
And this is tough for you. But yes, RJ has that kind of potential to me, and he's just not realizing it now. Like now he's just playing really bad. So stop doing that.
Bad sport.
We're going into the All Star break. I think the All Star break is coming at a good time for him. I think he needs to get right. I'm happy he's not doing none of the All Star festivities. I want him to just like go back
to Cabo, King.
Go to Toronto or
Cabo,
wherever gets you right. Go there, spend some time there, turn the TV off, turn Twitter off. Don't listen to because there's going to be a lot of hate on Twitter. The deserved hate too. But don't feed into it. Just take your break. We got one more game. Get through this game, play good, and then take your break, and then come back after All-Star Weekend being the RJ I know you could be. Because this ain't it. This is not it.
Bum. Stop being a bum.
Stop being a bum.
All right.
Any other things you want to touch on?
Nah.
Easy enough.
I just need him to stop being a bum.
Easy enough.
So it's time for the previews.
So this one gonna be a little
longer because we're not recording next week. So don't look for that episode.
So the All-Star Weekend is coming up.
It is.
If you're listening to this live, All-Star Weekend starts Thursday, so it's February 14th now. So honestly, by the time this drops,
it will be All-Star
Weekend. Celebrity game. Honestly, All-Star Friday is one of my favorite days. I like the celebrity game. That game is.
It's a Janelle Monáe playing.
Yeah, I want to see Kevin Hart dropping buckets. That's fun to me. But we have one game before the All-Star break. We play Atlanta. We play home or at Atlanta?
The Rayford Young Bowl, part 4, part 3, or part 4? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
We've been cooking them up.
Yeah,
we've been cooking them up. I think they beat us once and we beat them twice. Okay, so I think this is part 4.
We played them on Wednesday at Atlanta, so home game. Are you ready?
Knicks, Georgia.
Are you ready? How much you think it costs to get? So you got Knicks, Atlanta, right before the All-Star Weekend. You got, it's supposed to be a rivalry. Ain't we the rivals?
We are the rivals.
Supposed to be the rivalry. Trae Young, 500 team. They're trying to catch us. Whatever they playing, they want to be where we are. How much you think tickets are?
I'm gonna go $45.
$23 on Vivid Seats. Poverty. I don't understand how franchises are able to get away with this. But Vegas has not put the line up yet, but ESPN's matchup predictor has it at 50-50.
Yeah.
Flat out toss up.
It makes sense a little bit.
So
I think we win, though.
I got us winning. I got us winning purely off of Jalen Brunson. I don't see anyone, including Jonte Murray, who's going to stop Jalen Brunson the tear he's on.
So I got us for several reasons. All right. So first off, I got us because I mainly got us because of Josh Hart. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think Josh Hart puts an end to the DeJounte Murray run. And he literally tells RJ, bro, I got him. Stop it.
Get out of here.
We're not doing this again. Because I have watched DeJounte Murray cook us 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
From mid-range, and it was disgusting work.
He was cooking RJ.
Yes, he was. He absolutely
was. He was definitely hunting him out on that same move. It was so disgusting.
It was gross. Move.
But yes, Josh Hart should stop that.
He should stop that. I'm going to say Jalen is going to cook Trae Young, but that's regular. I think Trae Young has a good game too, but I think that DeJounte doesn't have a good game, and that helps us out because I think that Trae Young having a good game is not something I really care about. I think that the more important thing is to stop DeJounte because for some strange reason he just don't miss when he plays. It gets nasty and it's actually a little annoying, to be honest.
So this is the fourth time we're playing this is an odd trend, but every game has been double digits. So they won the first time. The first time was the game we were up. I feel like we was up like 15 in the third quarter. And then they just went on this ungodly run. They went on like a 30 to like 4 run. It was nuts. It was the third quarter of doom. We used to call it. But that was the first game. They won 112-99. Then we won the second game 113-89. Wasn't close. And then they punched up on us, scored 139 points in January. That wasn't too long ago, actually. I remember that.
Yeah.
I was very upset.
Oh, so they up 2-1.
They're up 2-1.
So we need this one.
So we needed to tie them. I don't think tiebreakers with Atlanta are going to come into play, but I just don't want to lose to Atlanta.
I never want to lose to Atlanta.
We are better than they are.
Ever since Rayford cooked us in the playoffs.
Team hate.
Yeah, team hate. We don't like Atlanta. Atlanta doesn't like us. I'm pretty sure Trae Young will do something spicy in the middle of the game and tell us how he's him. But I think it's over for that. I'm not even gonna lie. I have the utmost confidence in the four wing jail.
Somebody gonna lock him up.
We got 4 wings. We got 4 wings, and Rowan just so happens to be the worst of the 4 defensively.
This is tough.
So
this is a real tough.
At the very least, I can put 3 better defenders on Trae Young and DeJounte Murray.
Yes, absolutely.
So I'm taking us winning that rather comfortably too. I think we went on the road. We are
so
the
much
second best road team in the sport. Second best still.
Very
so. And we over 500 at home. So
this is true.
I think we take that. We go 6 games over 500 going into the All Star break. Which, if you told me at the beginning of the season, that's where we would be, I would sign immediately. And I'm taking that.
Absolutely, you take that going into the break. So yeah, we both got us winning this game. I also got us winning it comfortably. I just think we're better at basketball, and I don't think we're gonna fold because that's really we fold. Like none of the games they beat us, I was like, oh, this is the better team. I just was like, we're selling crazy right now. And I don't think we do that. So after the Atlanta game, it's the All Star break. Any predictions on that?
I don't care.
So
I never really care about the All Star break.
So we got a couple Knicks involved. So obviously Julius made the game. It's yet to see if Brunson will get in because Jalen Brown is still hurt. So we'll see whatever happens of that. But you got Julius in the All-Star game, Quentin Grimes in the rookie challenge, sophomore, and then Jericho Sims in the dunk contest. I think Jericho is going to win because I'm rooting for the Knicks.
Always.
I can't not root for the Knicks. I would like to see him jump into the rim. I fully think he's capable that he can just take himself, put the ball at his feet, and just jump into the rim. That would be fun for me. I think Quentin is gonna get mad hot in that sophomore challenge.
Me too, though. I think these are the type of games that Quentin he gonna put up like 39 or something like that. Yeah. Like I think he's gonna get mad hot. And
he's
like
taking 12 shots.
Yeah. And they all threes. And they all threes.
All threes. 100%. But yeah, that's my only predictions. I don't think Julius does anything during the All-Star game. By choice, actually. Not that he looked checked out, but he's happy.
He ready for the break.
Yeah.
He looked checked out today. He looked like he ready for the break, even though he going to All-Star weekend.
But he's mentioned that like his family likes it. It's a lot of, activities, so he likes it from that standpoint. And, bring your whatever. Your family like it, do you?
Yes, indeed.
But yeah, that's my All-Star predictions. I will say I got I got Luka Doncic for MVP of the All-Star game, if that matters. I just think they go.
I got Donovan Mitchell
I mean, that fits.
All-Star MVP.
That fits. They haven't even chosen the team.
In Utah. It's in Utah, so.
Oh, it is in Utah.
Yeah, so
they got rid of him.
They did, but I think
my boy
he comes
Laurie
back.
get it.
That's a fact, though, right?
Let my boy Laurie get it.
You gotta let Laurie get All-Star. Yo, Laurie marketed All-Star Game MVP. They gotta go to the playoffs. They gotta ruin the Danny Ainge, Victor Wembanyama dream. Yo, they really ruined the Danny Ainge. They blew it.
They blew it. I love it too. I love it because they was 100% trying to tank. Laurie was like,
nah, I'm good.
I'm him. And I feel extra good about it because the Knicks gave them the blueprint to tank. We gave them Bum J. Barrett, Drew Robinson, who's always hurt. Y'all would have been in great tank position, but no, y'all wanted the untouchable one, and this is what y'all get.
Nasty word.
Now y'all gonna be some mid. But yeah, we're gonna get out the All-Star break. So our first game after the All-Star break is 10 days from today, Friday, February 24th. And we're gonna be in Washington, DC. How much you think tickets? So in DC, the nation's capital, Washington Wizards. Granted, no All-Stars, right? They got no All-Stars.
Zero.
Yeah, 0 All-Stars. I guess Atlanta didn't have any All-Stars either, but whatever.
Tough.
Super tough. But
three first-round picks for no All-Stars.
For no All-Stars. Super tough. Playing team. Tickets start at $25.
25
in the nation's capital. I really wish I lived some of these other places, man. Just getting to go to games for movie prices. Beautiful. But yeah, no. So I got us winning this game. Obviously, I think we're a better team than Washington. I will say Kyle Kuzma is incredible versus us. Especially when RJ Barrett is guarding him.
Yep.
He just is unstoppable. However, I think RJ's gonna get right over the break. And honestly, even if Kyle Kuzma does cook, I don't see anything on their roster that could stop Jalen Brunson. Just Monte Morris is not enough. If Bradley Beal play, that'll be or whatever. But I think even if he is, I think if they're 100% full of strength, health, all that, we win. Porzingis is the elite and scorer, and I don't believe in Porzingis. And Julius Randle goes up his chest at will. So, yeah, I got us winning this game. What about you?
Yeah, I also got us winning this game. I got the over-under of Kristaps Porzingis telling us how he was traded to New York at Friday morning of the game at about 12:30 p.m.
Say, how does it feel playing against your old team?
Again, he's done it. He's done it 3 games in a row.
He's gonna tell us that he loves New York.
Yes,
the fans are passionate for no reason,
and he wished it would have ended differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got us winning this game. Nobody for Jalen. I think Jalen cooks up. This is another Jalen 40 burger. Monte Morris. I'm sorry, King. It's not for you. You're just a victim of an all-star snub. Yeah. I think Jalen goes home, watches the All-Star game, and gets more angry.
Yes,
that he's not there, and then continues to cook everybody else in his path.
Yes, concur.
I love Kyle Kuzma. He's on my fantasy team. He got me over 500. So shout out Kyle Kuzma. I think he has a good game, but I don't think that matters. Brad Beal is back, but Brad Beal is mid now, so I think they are looking at a poison pill contract. They gave that man $200 million. He averaging 20 points a game.
Super
nasty work.
My fault.
Yeah, I was saying, and Brad don't want to be traded, so I guess he's just comfortable in Washington being some mid on a mid team competing for 13th place. So shout outs to y'all.
You getting your bag. So we don't really do this, but this is the first time I'm like looking ahead at the schedule just because after the All-Star break. So we just went through the tough part of our schedule. We got another little tough part coming up where we got Boston, New Jersey, and Miami, and then Boston 4 in a row. Boston on both sides of it, so that's going to be tough. But after that, a lot of winnable games. lot of winnable games versus Indiana and Orlando and Minnesota. A lot of games that we can win, and we got through the hard part of our schedule. I remember a couple weeks ago we were saying we got a lot of East Coast games coming up. We started off really rough, losing for Toronto, Washington, Atlanta, but got Cleveland, got Boston, lost to Brooklyn when Kyrie was still there, lost to LA, beat Miami. Like we went 500 through the tough part of our schedule. And like you said earlier, if you told me going into the All Star break we could be 6-up, I like where we are. I think we're positioned really well to make a run into the playoffs. I don't know. I was just looking at the schedule and that like stood out to me.
I mean, I would say this. I said 4-12 for the month of February, and we are above that. So
yes, comfortably.
And I think that we will. I think once we get out of this gauntlet, we can be able to reevaluate the landscape in March. But we got to get to March first. But yeah, I think we are beating the Wizards. It's the Wizards.
Yep.
They have nothing that.
Easy enough. We're better than they are.
I think we are better than them.
Next up, New Orleans. So this is the second night of a back-to-back.
Second night of a back-to-back. That
At
worries
home.
me. That worries me.
We are home.
We are home as well.
We are noticeably worse.
At home.
At home. Zion will be hurt, right? He's out.
He's out.
Boy.
B.I. is back.
B.I. is back? Okay.
CJ is back. I think this is a tougher game than I'm not gonna say that. So let's be clear. I think we win this game, but I don't think that I think it's real tough. Like B.I. is the goods. Like he's the goods, and he's back, and he's getting into form. I think they just cooked somebody tonight, something serious.
Okay. Don't they run CJ McCollum at the 1?
They do.
That's kind of nasty.
That is nasty work. He's a shooting guard.
But whatever.
But I mean, I respect the fact that Willie Green operates on the philosophy that I'm putting the best 5 players on the floor, and that's just it. Yeah. Like, I don't care about none of that.
Analytics, positions, just get my best guys out there.
So I think this is the first time we play in the Pelicans.
Okay.
So because Zion is hurt, that's the only reason why I'm taking us, honestly. I think Zion is really good at sport. I think he is entirely, I'm not going to say fragile, but he's injury prone. Like, and that just comes with, him managing his body, and his body is mad unique, and he's just mad large and fast, and you're not supposed to be large and that fast. Like,
it's just too much force.
Yeah, way too much force moving way too fast.
Yeah.
So
it's just not built to handle this.
And I love Zion. I love his game. I think that you have to recognize that Zion Williamson makes choices not to shoot threes because you literally cannot guard him, and his layup package is 97. His layup package is 97. He knows how to get to the basket.
I love it. Smart basketball.
Yeah, he plays very smart sport. But yeah, the thing is that I think this might be, every time I think that it's going to be a bad Julius game, it's going to be a good Julius game.
Yeah, actually, it's a good Julius game.
I think this might be a bad Julius game.
Oh, wow.
And for the simple fact, they got defensive players for Julius, like Herb Jones.
That's when Julius plays.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So every time, the science, the math tells me that this is a bad Julius game, right? But Julius only plays bad against defensively challenged power forwards.
Yes.
And that's when he'd be making poor decisions.
Yes.
Every time good defensive power forwards play, he plays excellent.
Plays really good. Yes. 100%. I think he's going to see Brandon Ingram. He's going to be like, okay.
And Herb Jones, man, averaged 2 steals a game.
He's going to see that challenge. And I think that we get a really good Julius game. I love Grand Theft Alvarado. Not enough.
Christ the King High School.
Yep. Always shout out. Ain't he from Bushwick Project?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Love to see that. Love it truly. But yeah, they without Zion, Valanciunas, CJ's good, BI is really good. I'm not gonna put them brothers down. They either of them could get 25 with ease, and I just think that between Brunson, between Julius, I'm hoping that we got a fresh-legged RJ. Like, we're a better team than them.
Yeah.
In this form. So, yeah, I got us winning this one, too.
Yeah, like I said, it's only because Zion Williamson is not playing. I'm taking us.
If Zion is healthy, they might still be my pick in the West.
Yeah.
Still.
Legit. Because
still
they were cooking everybody.
Legit.
They were cooking everybody by a lot of points.
Yes.
When everybody was healthy and
Yes.
everybody stopped being healthy and they started free falling.
That
tells me one thing and one thing only. That tells me that if they get to the offs, it's going to be a little tough.
Yes.
For anybody playing.
Oh, yeah, they had like a 10-game losing streak,
yes,
right? Yeah.
Because everybody was injured and they were playing the bums.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's real tough.
So.
Easy enough. Next up, where we at? Oh, last up. Okay. Boston. Are we home versus Boston or away? That matters.
It does.
I gotta look that up real quick. I was looking up New Orleans winning streaks. They are hot and cold, but no, let's see. So we play Boston versus Boston on a day we record.
Oh, man.
On a Monday. That'll be the next time we record.
So, all right. So, in reality, I want to take us, but I can't. Okay. I can't take us for the simple fact that I got to play the law of averages first and foremost. I think that with Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum back in the fold, I think that they are just really good at sport.
Will Brown be back?
He'll be back.
Is that confirmed? Okay.
Yeah, he's already talking to media and stuff. Yeah. They getting his mask fitted and all that.
Okay.
So I think he'll be back. That's 14 days from today. Yeah, he'll be back.
He got the whole All Star break.
Yeah.
Get healthy. Yep.
Yeah, but I think once again, I think that we play them close, and I'm okay with taking the L if we play them close because I think this is the measuring stick game. I think if we lose this game by close. The next time we play Boston, which will be 2 games from this game, I'm taking us.
Okay.
Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, and if we win this game, I'm taking us again.
That is fair. That is very fair.
So, yeah, I feel like this would be the good litmus test. Like, I feel like Philly was a good litmus test. Like, we played them well, but it was tough. We also didn't have Josh Hart. So, I feel like this would be the good Josh Hart test.
Okay.
Like, if the Josh Hart final 5 lineup is
legit,
is
here to stay,
it will gravely affect Boston. Yes. And then it will be like, all right, what the Knicks doing over there? Because if we win the games we saying we winning, we're looking at 8 games over 500.
Yeah,
going into the Boston game. And if we're
gonna be really hot.
Yeah. And if we come out of the Boston game 9 games over 500, then irrational confidence has peaked.
Okay.
There's gonna be ridiculousness said on that pod. Just gonna put that out there now.
So I want to go on record. We're winning this game. We are winning this game, and a couple reasons why. One, Jalen Brunson. I think Marcus Smart is going to take the challenge of guarding him one-on-one. I don't think he's going to ask for help, and I think that will be a mistake. I think he's going to wish he had asked for help. They might put Jalen Brown on him, which would be a different dynamic because Jalen Brown's just taller and longer. But if Marcus Smart takes the one-on-one Jalen Brunson challenge, which I think he was, I think that benefits us a lot.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Totally in our favor. So that's one. 2, for whatever reason, versus good power forwards, good wing players, Julius Randle just turns into prime Kobe Bryant. For no particular reason. When we're playing the Celtics, when we're playing teams that have good wing players, Julius Randle is at his best. So I think we're going to get a really good Julius game. I'm going like 30-12. I think he plays really good versus them. I think it comes down to the wire. I don't think Jalen Brown misses 2 free throws again. I don't think it's that level of sales. but I do think the free throws will matter, and I think we're gonna make ours, and they won't make theirs. Their injuries, so like their front court of Grant Williams, Robert Williams, Al Horford, they usually don't have all of them. So who's not playing that game will matter. We don't have Mitch, but if Robert Williams is playing, I'm a little more worried because Jalen can't just go to the rim at will.
Word.
If Robert Williams is not playing, I'm super good. We're winning. And honestly, take the over on Jalen Brunson points. But overall, I think that we get a good RJ game, a great Julius game. And then I agree with you. I think this is going to be the game. I wonder, is this national TV? I don't know how to check that. But I think this is going to be a game that, like, puts the league on notice, so to say. Because we're going to come into it with a nice little win streak. I think we're going to be, 3 games going into the All Star break. And then we're going to win the first 2 coming out of it. And then I think, folks are going to say the Knicks, one of the hottest teams in the sport. Boston, one of the best teams in the sport. And, I think we win. I got us at like 107, 104 with free throws mattering.
Love it.
That's my prediction.
Yes, indeed.
Knicks for clicks?
LOL Knicks.
Knicks for clicks. So we got a couple. So the trade deadline was this week. So y'all was losing y'all minds. Y'all was out of control. So there's a bunch of out of control takes. Just a bunch. I saw somebody, I should find the tweet, but I saw somebody say, so a fake trade, I don't think there was any legitimacy to this package, but I want to say it was Obi, 3 first rounders, Derrick Rose, and Evan Fournier for Zach LaVine. And I saw several people like, pull a trigger. You got to do that.
I hated all of y'all.
You got to get this deal. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? That's a terrible deal.
I want y'all to know I despised every single one of y'all.
Horrible deal.
This week.
Honestly, when I saw 3 first rounders, I was like, oh, they got 3 first rounders to give us. That's the only way that's going to make sense. But I'll go first. Or do you got yours booted up?
I'm still loading mine up.
All right, I'll go first. I got mine. I saved mine. So I'll give this person credit because they went back and did it for themselves. So we traded 3 players that were not playing. One of them was Cam Reddish. I did like Cam Reddish. I think Cam Reddish got a lot of potential. I think Cam Reddish has the potential to make several All-Star games. Like, I think he's going to be really good at some point. Fell out with Tibbs, wasn't playing. So trading him for Josh Hart, to me, made sense. It's good for him. He's playing in Portland. Good for us. We got our 3rd best player. So it worked out. However, not everyone was agreeing with that. So on February 8th, slanging Knicks, slanging_Knicks on Twitter, tweeted, not sold on Josh Hart at all. Definitely not for a player and a first-round pick. I hope he can prove me wrong, though. One thing about me is I'm not so stuck in my takes to admit when I'm wrong. And boy, was he wrong.
You were wrong, sir.
You were very wrong. I will give him credit that he retweeted his own tweet today and said, well, this tweet is off to a bad start. And it is. And it's just a bad tweet. Honestly, delete the tweet. That's your next step because I think that Josh Hart, he was definitely worth a player in a first round pick. There's 2 players that's not gonna play. So yeah, if you can get a player that's gonna play for players that aren't gonna play, like that's an easy deal. But Josh Hart is the goods. He is the ultimate glue guy when next to Jalen Brunson. So yeah, that's my first one. What you got?
That is hilarious. So mid. Hold up.
Yep.
Wow, my joint is not
selling.
I'm selling.
Nah, you go.
I am selling.
Honestly, this is good enough time as any to let you guys know that this podcast is brought to you by Smooth Family Entertainment. You are listening to the Upstate New York Knicks podcast, where we give you the take north to Westchester. That's the ad break.
That's the ad break.
Yeah. I was telling, this is mad off topic, but whatever, it's a podcast. I was telling my girlfriend that I'll know we made it when you're listening to the podcast and you hear me saying, we're going to take a little break to talk about mental health. BetterHelp is... Because BetterHelp, I don't know if we probably get sued for just saying this, but they got the podcast game on lock. Every podcast, you just hear about how BetterHelp is going to help. And honestly, it is. Mental health is real. You know, I'm not going to belittle that. But the BetterHelp podcast recruitment team is legit. Y'all go above and beyond. So come pull up. I'll happily take a BetterHelp sponsorship.
I'm dead selling. Do your second one.
All right, I'll do my second one. So my second one is from a returning offender. My God, too.
I was gonna choose that one. No, that's not the one I have.
Okay.
But I'm saying that was I was considering that one. Good. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So it's from Alex B at Knicks Central. My guy. I'll shout him out, my guy. You know, I'll claim ownership. I'm not, you know, he's a good dude. I listen to the podcast. Bad Weather fans, y'all should go check their podcast out. I'll give them love. They make a lot of crazy takes, and sometimes it pay off, sometimes it don't. This did not pay off. This was a bad take. So the Knicks, so he tweeted on whatever day this was, on February 8th, that the Knicks, as the 7th seed, trading 2 first-round picks for a rental in Josh Hart. And then he goes, Homer Knicks fans that think everything Leon Rose does is genius. And he basically has the video of I can't play it because we gonna get plugged. But it's the video of Shake It Fast by Mystical. And he's implying that we are just accepting whatever. We love it, that whatever Leon Rose does. However, trading essentially 2 first-round picks for Josh Hart, one, no. That's not what happened. We traded Cam Reddish and a late first-round pick. So if you want to say that's essentially 2 first-round picks, whatever. 2, yes, Josh Hart was well worth it. Well worth it. We weren't going to use those 2 picks, clearly. So, yeah. I think it was genius, actually.
Yes, so, I also think it was genius. Thank you.
One of those
repeat
people.
Offender, Knicks Central, always.
Repeat offender. Still my guy.
Yes, hilarious.
Shout out,
all right, I found mine. All right.
It's time.
So this is from NYK Mentality 85.
Okay.
Oh, man. So this was a part of a thread.
Okay.
I saw this, right? And I thought this was hilarious.
Okay.
So this was actually Cam Reddish slander. So this is a say la vie to my man Cam Reddish on the Knicks for Clicks. So NYK Mentality 85 said, Cam complained to ATL for lack of playing time, equal traded away. Cam complained to New York Knicks for lack of playing time, equal benched and then traded away.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, just maybe, ... Cam Reddish should stop complaining and learn how to become a supportive teammate from the likes of one Obi Toppin.
That's so nasty. Oh, that's really nasty.
Oh my God.
That's really nasty.
This was so gross, right? It was so gross. I had to say, I had to let him know that he really thought he cooked this one. He cooked this one up.
That's really nasty. Saying my guy got to get subjected to the same pain that Obi's going through.
That is only to imply that Obi Toppin is getting well-deserved
pain.
And that was just very gross. It didn't make a lot of sense. He proceeded to hit with analytics and on-court and off-court facts, but it was just very nasty work.
Nasty take. Nasty takes indeed.
You guys You guys say the darndest things, man. You guys.
We love you, though. Next Twitter, you guys definitely make work interesting.
Yes, always. And I don't know why. Y'all choose to be so toxic, but
so chaotic. But
continue doing what you do.
Yes, this has been another episode of the Upstate New York Knicks podcast.
Yes, yes.
Be sure to check us out, Upstate_Knicks on everything. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We appreciate y'all tuning in. The love is definitely felt. We're a Knicks podcast, but it's a big deal. So I want to shout out Patrick Mahomes, hemmed it up in the Super Bowl. Also, I want to shout out Ola taking this
bombs.
The Eagles defense just decided to absolutely fold at the worst time.
The best part of waking.
But the Super Bowl was fun. Shout out Rihanna, all that halftime performance. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. So as we mentioned during the podcast, we're gonna take a week off. So there will be no episode next week. However, we're still active. Hit us up in the group, hit us up. We might do a little, pop in something if the Knicks do anything newsworthy during All Star Weekend. Like if Julius dropped 50 or something in the All Star game, we maybe do like a, special edition type deal. But other than that, y'all stay warm, stay safe, and remember, they could take you out the city, but the garden, the garden stays in your heart forever.
And never and never.
I appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in.